Check, 1, 2. Hey, hey. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Check, 1, 2. Getting ready. Music, drink, stories. Check it, 1, 2. Check it, 1, 2. Yeah, you can. We can kind of. Yeah. And here we go. Check it. Yep. Okay, we're getting ready. It's a live stream. That's a live stream. Music, drink, stories. Kidding me? I'm not kidding you, MP. It's actually happening. It's great. It's coming at you shortly. Oh. Hey. Things are happening. Hey, what's up? Welcome. Welcome to the. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, man. Welcome to New Hampshire Vintage Vinyl. Yeah. Check it, 1, 2. Things are getting started. Yeah. Check it, 1, 2. MikelParis presents. Zorner production. Presented by, sponsored by. Music, drink, stories. I promise it'll never get boring. If it does, you can sue me in the morning. Right now it's music, drink, stories. Used to be like, welcome to a song a day. Now those times seem like a purple haze. I lost my front tooth, got censored too. All is well, 'cause I'm here with you and you and you and you. And music, stories, I promise it'll never get boring. If it does, you can hit me in the morning. Stews it mink, drews it stink. Music, drink, stories, and all. Afternoon is gently pass me by. Evening spreads itself against the sky, waiting for tomorrow. Yeah, well, it's just another day. It's happened just yesterday. Goodbye, goodbye. Bring on the night. Well, I couldn't stand another hour of daylight. Bring on the night. Whoa, whoa, couldn't stand another hour of daylight. Future is but a question mark. Hangs above my head there in the dark, yeah. I can't see for the brightness, well, it's staring me blind. It's happened just yesterday. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Oh, oh, oh. Bring on as gently pass me by. Appreciate it so much. Oh man. Thank you so much. What is up, everybody? Woo! Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm MikelParis. Hi, how are you? I'll be your host for this evening's performance. Where's my beer? Where's my drink? Check it. Oh, cheers, everybody. So good to see you. Cheers, everybody. So good to see you. Cheers. 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 Usually I open it at that point, but it was already open, so that was so anticlimactic. But cheers. Thanks for tuning in to Music Drink Stories. Season 3, episode 28. Are you kidding me? Thank you so much for tuning in. So many of you have been here from the beginning, a song a day. It was good to sort of harken back to a song a day for that. When was that, 3 weeks ago? I forget. So thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. We got Reverend Cafferty chilling. RJ Diddy. He's driving. That's okay. I will try not to distract you by screaming opposite. No, don't do that, man. Come on, man. That's ridiculous. So stupid. But RJ bought one of the MikelParis trekking tees the other day and was holding it up at the show, and that made me feel all warm and gooey inside. Thanks for chilling, Laura Jane. Good to see you. And Kathy, thank you so much. I hope to see so many more of you at shows this summer. First week of OAR is complete. Man. But of course, all roads have been leading to the New Hampshire Pavilion. All roads lead towards the New Hampshire Pavilion. But also, all roads up until this point for me right now have led to the New Hampshire Vintage Vinyl. Yes, I'm so happy to be here. I reached out to these guys, I don't know how long ago I reached out, and it just kind of pitched this idea of wanting to do a live stream, but also maybe just have a small, whoever wants to come and swing by and whatever, and I'll have the Snidbits vinyl and all that, and they were all cool with it. And actually Jen connected us from the pavilion. It was Jen. Thank you, Jen, for connecting us. That was friggin' awesome. Tomorrow I'm playing the Hazy Little stage, the first time I've ever done a solo show at the same venue, just a smaller stage, and then gone and done the OAR show. So I'm really excited about that. I think this week for me is a 14-show week. So that's going to be, there's no complaining. I'm not complaining. But Mappy Hyundai. Mappy Hyundai. Thank you guys so much. So good to see you. Hello from Mandarin. Brittany, what is up? I know I owe you a call. It's like I said, it's been absolutely crazy. So I'm going to call you tomorrow. So Brittany, oh man, I did 6 days in the Ville, which was amazing, if you guys remember that. And Brittany was so great letting me come into the Mandarin Museum down there in the Jacksonville, Florida area. And we're going to be doing something in November as well after the November OAR run. I'll be doing something at Safety Harbor the week before that in Florida, live streaming, filming, and doing a live show at the Safety Harbor Arts and Music Center. I don't know, have you guys ever been there? Have heard about that place? Holy crap, so amazing. I have I have an invited audience. This is so cool. Hey, thank you guys so much. Maybe we'll play the bottle pitch game later. I don't know. We'll see what happens. At some point, they're going to say, okay, got 1 minute. That's not happening anytime soon. That's not going to happen at all, right? No. What's the curfew here at New Hampshire Vintage? What curfew? All right, well, let's do another song, and then we'll talk some more. So, let me just show you the vinyl shop since we're hanging out. Let's check out the room cam here quickly. There we go. You guys are kind of in shadow, so don't worry. But this vinyl store is way more than a vinyl store. But I'm going to see if I can get Dan on camera maybe after the next little brief break after I play this next song or two, and he's going to tell us all about this place and the origins and how it began. And he's just so passionate about it. It's way more than a vinyl store. And I'm not even talking just about like you got cassettes also and VHS stuff, but even, I mean, you can even just see behind me like it's just music in all forms here, and it's really inspiring to be here. So again, thank you so much for letting me hang out. Cheers. Cheers. All right, let's do another song. So I don't really have a very specific set list, but Greg Schneider's in the house. Holy Crizolis, sorry, and now I'm talking again. Don't look at the chat, MP. Don't look at the chat, because you'll never play a song. Greg Schneider, Al Caccino in the house. So I'm super excited also to play the Hazyville stage tomorrow and the New Hampshire Pavilion, because Al Caccino now has their coffee shop at the Pavilion. And if you've never tried Al Caccino, and I'm so sorry I don't have one on me, because I need to get more product. I'm going to get more Al Caccino from Greg tomorrow, and then I'll have it for my next live stream. But man, woo, I'll be drinking it all tomorrow, Greg. Don't you worry. Don't you. What's up, Jennifer? Thanks for hanging out. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ben, you ready for this? Yeah, Ben's ready. So the first song I'm going to do was one of the songs from my Snidbits vinyl. Well, it's also from the digital release. It's not just on the vinyl, but this is the first song on the record, Be Good to Me. I remember writing this during the pandemic. It was really an exercise in less is more, both with instrumentation and lyrics. And it's really fun for me sometimes to just break it down to guitar and vocal. Because if it can hold its own on that, and it can hold its own on like piano and vocal, or just guitar and vocal, you know it's okay. It's not half bad. So check it. All right, so this is called Be Good to Me. You know, and it's about, you put all this, you keep, regardless of what you're getting back, you always put out positive energy and vibes and stuff, and reminding people that sometimes, you know, to just kind of give what you get in the positive way. Loosely, very loosely. I've never described it like that before, so that probably isn't at all what it's about. It's the Dos Equis talking. It's not the Al Caccino talking in this case. But check it. This song's called Be Good to Me. I hope you like it. It goes very similar to this. Check it, 1, 2. Be good to me. I'm good to you. Be good to me, 'cause I'm good to you. Be good to me. I'm good to you. Whoa. Just be good to me, 'cause I'm good for you. When you said I do, was it just a ruse, a thing you do? Feeling so confused, do you see in me what I see in you? Be good to me. Be good to me. I'm good to you. Just be good to me, 'cause I'm good for you. When I said those things, I could tell you weren't amused. It's just a song I sing. When you said I do, was it just a ruse, a thing you do? Feeling so confused, do you see in me what I see in you? good to me. I'm good to you. Just be good to me, 'cause I'm good for you. Baby, 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 don't leave me. Please don't leave me all by myself. Oh, oh. Got this burning, burning, yearning feeling inside of me. Ooh, deep inside of me. And I hurt so bad. Oh, oh. Came into my heart so tenderly with a burning love, stings like a bee. Whoa, now that I surrender so helplessly, you now wanna leave. Oh, oh, you wanna leave me. Oh, oh. Baby, baby, where did our love go? And all your promises of a love evermore. Got this burning, burning, yearning feeling inside of me. Ooh, deep inside of me. And I hurt so bad. Oh, oh. Baby, 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 don't leave me. Please don't leave me all by myself. Oh, oh, baby, baby, baby. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. All right. Woo! That was fun. Man, it sounds great in here. This room sounds great in here, too. Really good. The acoustics in here, everything. How's it sound out there? Everything good? RJ stopped for gas, and now he's back on the road. I hope you safely got gas. Appreciate you. Chad, hey. Chad's here, ladies and gentlemen. So good to see you guys. Thank you all for coming and hanging out. And again, New Hampshire vintage vinyl. We'll get Dan up after the next one. After the next one, there's a seat for you. But first, I need another brew. Horrible. So, oh, the styrofoam sound. Oh, the styrofoam sound. Some people hate that so much. Anyone here? You hate the styrofoam sound? Which one? Which sound? This one right over here? This sound? No, don't do it. That's rude. What's worse, the styrofoam sound or the nails on the chalkboard sound?
Nails on the chalkboard is worse.
Let me ask you another question. What's worse, nails on a chalkboard or going to write with a pencil on paper and all the lead is gone and it's just wood on paper?
Nail on a chalkboard.
Still that is the worst.
Expo markers.
What's the, what?
Expo markers too.
Dried expo.
Oh, a dried expo marker on the, yeah, I mean, it doesn't get worse than the nails on the chalkboard. You're right. So here's to the nails on the chalkboard, never happening again, ever. Yeah, so check it out. Where Did Our Love Go? I released that, what, a month ago? Something like that. During my A Song a Day, yeah, it was a song a day focus on Motown. I had a lot of fans during the pandemic. I would do Spotify playlists. So I would say, okay, we're on 70s rock, or we're on Motown, or 80s synth, or reggae, or whatever. Different styles and different decades. And everyone, RJ Diddy was always, he was always putting a plethora of suggestions into the set list, and I'm so thankful and appreciative. And like these names, again, Alex, sounds, man, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate all you guys for tuning in tonight. Okay, nice. Fan City Records, First City Records. Nice. Oh, I chatted with Dan after the show in Boston. Yeah, man, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. Don't forget, if you're going to an OAR show, you can get this Snidbits vinyl at the merch booth. I've got bundles, I've got the vinyl, and then I have the MikelParis trekking tee. You can also get this Might Have Been tank top. That's online only, sorry. But we can put the link up for the MikelParis store if you do want to check out the other stuff I have up there. Here comes the link. Come on now. Come on, here comes the link. At mikelparis.com/store. Can it happen in the lifetime that I'm experiencing right now? Maybe. The one time I'm trying to use my telekinetic link placement power, it didn't work. That's messed up. But MikelParis, you can listen to Be Good to Me as well off of Snidbits. That link is already up there. We're still here. Nice, RJ. So in other words, there it is. Hey, mikelparis.com/store. It was just a little delayed. I forget that. I can't give up until it's 30 seconds after I say something. All right, so let's play another song. So what do we want to hear? Okay, so let's do, check it. I had a request for Star tonight. Let's do that one. And then maybe, just maybe, I'll go into a Slippy. Did I tell you guys about Slippies? I have an invited audience tonight. It's so awesome, so I get to tell some of them. So during the pandemic, it was, you know, I did like 300 and, what's the number, Brother D? Schwam? How many individual cover songs did I do from March of 2020 till, let's say, those first 3 years, the first 3 years? It was like 360 something, 364. Grove, Brittany Grove, that's a great one. Let me see if I can work that in for you. That's a great idea. Grove's going to be on my upcoming guitar drumming release. I got 3 guitar drumming EPs coming out starting in February-ish, 2025. It'll be 6 songs on each one. It's all these songs that you've heard during the live stream, and if you've been to a solo show, my guitar drumming style. I also have a plethora of songs for that. How many times can you use that word in one night? I've probably just crossed the threshold of how many times I should have used that word. Once, I think, is enough.
There's a limit on that word.
On what word?
Once. You can only use it so many times.
Which word are we talking about?
Plethora.
Ayo, that was it. That just sent us over the edge, the third. But you used it, not me.
Yep.
So I'm trying this for the first time tonight, this American Stout. Perhaps, you know, when Dan comes on, he can talk to us a little bit about this as well. I keep talking about this when Dan comes, and then in like 15 minutes, I'm like, well, that's all the time we have for tonight. And, you know, Dan, like when a guest gets bumped on like the Tonight Show or something, like I'm comparing myself to the Tonight Show. That's hilarious, MP. Listen, I'm all about intimate groups. It's always been that way for me, like with house treks too, you know, 30 people, 40 people. I love that. But come to the hazy little stage tomorrow at the New Hampshire Pavilion. I think I'm going to start around 5:30 and go to like 6:30. And I'll be doing Snidbit songs and guitar drumming, and I'll probably be sweating. Is it supposed to be hot tomorrow? How's the temperature? Do we know?
Today it'll be all right.
It'll be a little moist. Might it be a little moist?
A little warmer tomorrow.
A little moist. Oh, Pilot Joey's here. Yay. Pilot Joey. One of these days I'm going to get up in the air with you, Pilot Joey. Joey? Jolie. Joey. Pilot Joey. All right, so let's do another song. Let's do this one that was a request. This is on my Hi, How Are Ya Volume 1 Remastered, which you can also check out as well. Hi, How Are Ya Volume 1 Remastered. Let's see how my kinetic powers are working out. Let's get that link in the chat. The Hi, How Are Ya MikelParis Volume 1 Remastered. And this song is about that person in your life who's sort of just forgotten how friggin' awesome they are. And we all need that reminder sometimes, you know? I need it right now, so if someone could remind me how awesome I am right now, that would be great. No takers? What's up, Christopher? Thanks for chilling. All right, here we go. So this song is called Star. And again, we're breaking everything down and doing things acoustic and letting the songs breathe tonight. That's what this is about, embracing the space between, you know. There's the link for Hi, How Are You Volume 1 Remastered right there. So check it. David, what's up, man? David Harding in the house. You kidding me? Check it. This song's called Star. I hope you like it. Sounds interesting. Like it's getting some static there. Hold on one sec. better. Take it back from the beginning. When I left you there, fire was in your eyes. I walked outside 'cause I couldn't bear these times you lose your mind. I need to find a better way to deal with the anger you show. I promise I will stay if you won't go. Gonna let you in, open up the door. How I miss your grin, you remember what you wore. I can see you shine through everything that's thrown at you. Remember what you are, know that you're a star. Just when you had found it, a perfect place, the ground's washed away. Push that hurt to the back again and lose the light of day. You turn into a different thing, force me to get me to go. I promise I will stay, let you know. I'm gonna let you in, open up the door. How I miss your grin, you remember what you want. I can see you shine through everything that's thrown at you. Remember what you are, know that you're a star, know that you're know that you're testify, 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 my baby. Test the line, test the line, test the line. If you wanna feel the love, this alive, this alive, this alive, this alive is crazy. Oh, 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 I'm gonna let you in, open up the door. How I miss your grin, you remember what you are. I can see you shine through everything that's thrown at you. Remember what you are, know that you're a star, know that you're on that black rock. Swear I spend my time writing down memories, writing down rhymes, thinking about what's right or wrong, yeah. On that black rock, swear I like to go after a long ride coming home from my show. That's where I wrote my song. All night long, black rock. Hey. Okay. Sometimes I just look around. I'm taking the feeling coming up from the ground, yeah. And that's what we're doing sometime. And then I walk out that door. I'm pulling the wind coming up from the shore, yeah. And that's what we're doing sometimes. But on that black rock, swear I spend my time writing down memory, writing down rhymes, thinking about what right or wrong. Whoa, oh, on that black rock, swear I like to go after a long ride coming home from my show. That's where I wrote my songs on that long black ride, a New Hampshire vintage vinyl. Oh. Thank you guys so much. Man, woo! Sometimes I don't know exactly, and then we go there, you know. And we went there, and that was friggin' awesome. And now it's time for this. Nope, I have my bottle. Where is my can? Where did I put my can? Did anyone know? Hey! All right, check it. Cheers, everybody. So good to see you. Cheers. Cheers. Nice. All right, so check it. I've been talking about this vintage vinyl store here. I feel like you want to come on in, Dan? Let's welcome Dan officially to the program. I'm gonna turn on his mic. He turned himself on. What a lead-in line. That's a great entrance line. I turned myself on. Check it 1, 2. So there. Oh man, thank you guys so much for having me here, everybody. Let's just make sure our composition looks good. That looks great, man. Everybody say hello, Dan.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Dan. Can we everybody hear Dan? Say something.
Hey, everybody.
Nice. Check it 1, 2. All right, so we're both in here. Nice. So, friggin' thank you again for letting me do this and come here and just take over the corner here. And I know you do live music here also, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And I remember that was one of the things that when I was looking, and then we were connected through someone that's with the New Hampshire Pavilion, and she connected us when I was looking for something to do on my day off here. It's not a day off, but we were talking about that kind of. It still does feel like a day off because just hanging in a vinyl. Again, this is way more than a vinyl store. I think you should just tell people exactly what this place is and how it came to be. And we're celebrating 100 years of the building, right?
Yeah, so this space has been here for 100 years. But really, it was a music store for 30, 40 years before me. It was my hometown music store. It was very cool to be able to move into the same space that I grew up buying strings and getting everything fixed. I got lessons in the basement.
That's crazy.
I'm now using the same space as, storage, and we have lessons and rehearsal space down there as well. So it's keeping the same spirit of what it was, but also modernizing it a little bit with bringing in records and stereo equipment and merchandise, patches. But yeah, tons of guitars and amplifiers, and that was what that store brought to this area before, was just you got to have a local music store. So every town has to have something within like half an hour of you. Every town has to have a music store. It has to. There should be no debate. Brother Dan, what was our music store in Manchester, Connecticut? It was called Beller's Music. Was it Beller's Music, Brother Dan? Beller's Music. It was very similar to that, right on Main Street, and I just remember being so excited to go in there, and I can't imagine the feeling that it must have been for you to be able to take ownership of a place when you have these childhood memories of those first, what music does to us as children when we first realize that that's how we are wired, and this is
our passion, in this existence is music.
This is where we wanted to hang out.
It's amazing.
It's where we felt normal.
Right.
Right. And that was it. It was nice to, when they were ready to pass on the torch to somebody else, that I was around and was in a position to be able to pick it up. It was just
incredible.
I felt so fortunate.
Do you remember the
fortunate.
first record you bought here ever as a kid, or I'm sorry, no, I didn't
no,
write down
well-
questions. I didn't write down questions.
Well, unfortunately, they did shift away from records.
It was CDs.
Because it was CDs.
Then let's talk about that. Do you remember the first CD? Did you buy your first CD
Yep,
from here?
I bought Green Day's Nimrod from here, and it was probably 5 or 6 years after. And I remember the guy who worked here looked at me and goes, "You don't own this already?" I'm like, "I know.
I'm sorry.
I'm late to the game.
Yeah,
I'm late to
doesn't
the
matter. It doesn't matter, right?
But no, I loved it. It was a cool experience, and it wasn't one of those. You hear that stigma a lot at record stores where they come in and they're like, "Well, why aren't you listening to this? That band sucks. Listen to this band."
Right.
No, they were very cool about that. The guys who owned it were very old school. They knew all about old stereo stuff. They were, pretty hip with the new thing, but at the same time, they were pushing instruments on younger musicians and everything. So
and the fact that you have these instruments here for people when they come in and just like as kids, for me, having the piano just in the house.
Huge.
It doesn't force you, it doesn't push you, but it's there. And
if
so when
wanna
you
mess
walk in
around.
here and you see like all this gear, and then you go, he's got this back room there. So today, I got to hear the Snidbits vinyl on the most amazing sound system I've maybe listened to any record on. No, seriously, because we all got away from that. Our parents got away from it and everything, and then everybody just listens in their headphones or on Bluetooth speakers, and you don't have to invest all the time and the effort unless you really want to hear music the way. Okay, this is the debate, right? This is the ongoing debate, the way it was supposed to be listened to, but having it go through all of that gear and the tubes and the amplifier and the EQ, and then moving the air of those speakers. What were the clip?
the Klipsch speakers you
Klipsch.
got back there. Yeah, and
We're not pushing any specific brand right now, but
just vintage in general. And I don't mean to cut you off, but really with vintage in general, it was the mindset back then. Our standards as people, just as listeners, as consumers. Our standard back in the day was much higher than it is now, it seems like. And a lot of these companies, the record company and everything, I mean, the record company mixes things. Stereo was invented, 60s, 70s, left and right, and we were blown away by it when the Beatles and Hendrix and Black Sabbath
What is
used
this? Yeah.
And now we've mixed it back to mono almost because Bluetooth, so many people listen to everything with one earbud in, and they don't want to miss half the music, so they've mixed everything. They've mixed all the soul out of a lot of things.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you totally get away from it. That's just radio. That's mainstream. When you listen to it on vinyl, when you listen to a really mastered high-end mix of anything, or even just give it a little bit more attention to detail with physical media, you get so much back.
But you
so much back.
Dan was telling me, we were talking about some bands. What was it? Depeche Mode, where initially you hear the songs or whatever, and you're like, okay, that's cool, I guess. And then you hear it on vinyl, and then you understand, like you were saying, what were the words you were saying, where then you hear all the way it was supposed to be listened to.
The full range.
The full range.
Yeah.
The power of it.
Yeah, all those
oh my
frequencies, and when they're using, especially in the 80s, when they started to figure out the technology of, synth and being able to get all of what the synth was capable of.
Yes.
Because, I mean, of course they had it back in the 60s on Abbey Road.
Yes.
But they weren't really capable of being able to get all of what it was, across the board. And that's when the 80s, they figured it out. And then in the 90s, they found the sweet spot.
Yeah.
That sweet spot between analog and digital.
Digital,
and
yeah.
Real catchy music came back.
But
it wasn't
still
about,
sounded warm, right? Still, and it still had that. And people were still, also, I know I did an early album where we tracked digitally, but then we mixed down to tape.
Yes.
And there was all these ways that people were trying to still keep that warmth and that feeling of when you mix down to tape and then when you master to tape, right? Because you don't 100% know what the end result's going to be.
Yeah.
You hope you kind of know, right? And then you put it to tape and you listen to it and you're like, we should maybe tweak the high end a little bit or something, right?
Yep.
And so there was that adventure of the tape was part of the creative process
Yes,
too, which
for
is so
sure.
interesting. And you don't have that unless unless we're forcing it on ourselves as creators. But having this place again, like you took this over how long ago?
2 years ago.
And it used to
we
be-
just crossed the 2-year mark.
That's amazing.
And-
Congrats
and-
on that. Cheers
thank
to
you
that.
very much.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Oh, there's a beer right there if you want
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, that's come on, there.
crack one
Yeah, come on,
open,
crack
boys.
one open, crack one open. And what is this beer you're opening right now?
So this is an IPA. This is another New Hampshire local.
This is local, okay.
Modest Man.
Modest
Good
Man.
Stuff. No big plug, but
No. Cheers,
Cheers, my
cheers.
friend.
Cheers to you all out there. Thanks for hanging out and tuning in and listening on a Monday. Check it. Jonathan Schwartz, what's up? Good to see you. Oh, they're talking about other record stores now that were there or there. Alex, good to see you, man. Thanks for tuning in. So
well,
thankful.
and I know vinyl can be a scary investment looking at it from the outside in, because you walk through a record store and you see all the stuff that you potentially would want to buy, and you're like, wow.
It's overwhelming. It can be that feeling of being
it can be
overwhelmed.
overwhelming.
Yeah.
But even just taking that step with your hi-fi and getting away from Bluetooth and getting away from what's convenient, because convenient and quality are very often on two different islands. you
Well
know?
said. Well said.
And that's where you either get, if it's so easy to get it, then you're probably not getting the best quality.
Best quality of it, yeah.
So if you take an old amplifier, hook it up with, you can even stream through old amplifiers.
Yes, 100%.
And that gives you the warmth that you want, gives you the full range with speakers, everything. It's
Yeah.
You don't know until you hear it.
So let me
don't
ask you a
know
question.
until you hear it,
So
for sure.
if I'm going to buy one piece of gear to improve my Walmart all-in-one record player with the cheesy speakers, and we don't have to say the brand, whatever. So you know,
Sure.
it just really bad, not the best way to listen to anything ever. What would be the first thing that I should get if I want to improve? Like, let's say I already have some like studio monitors, even where I could use my studio monitors, you know, to listen to vinyl. What am I buying?
Turntable is first off.
So and don't get an all-in-one, right? Focus on each individual piece, right?
Yep, and that's where if it's all in one, you're leaning towards convenience.
Right.
So if you want
Get a
something
good
that's quality,
turntable.
get a good turntable you can build off of, and don't be afraid of buying vintage. A lot of vintage stuff is where the quality was. They put a little bit more time and effort into it. Like I said, they were the average consumer's expectations were higher.
Right.
And now they've since, as much as I love certain companies from the 90s, they would do a lot of those all-in-one radio systems that would get you away from, you know, a full left and right
Quality.
stereo.
Again,
and
convenience.
Convenience. It was
Like
so
the all-in-one
easy.
printers.
Yep, absolutely.
You're
The scanner part
sacrificing.
sucks.
Yeah, you're sacrificing over. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So and you have a whole bunch of vintage stuff here. You have
Absolutely.
turntables. You have amplifiers. You have these. And no one's saying you need to get the floor-to-ceiling speakers. Okay, right?
No,
you don't
absolutely.
have like the technology now as far as speakers. I think has come a long way. Where if you had a great turntable and a great amplifier, right? And even if I was using like some current Bose speakers or whatever, right?
Yeah.
My listening experience is going to be, you know, incrementally better than it could possibly ever be with a over-compressed digital stream to a Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah. And that's where just giving it the space it deserves. You know, getting some speakers. They don't even have to be high-end speakers. You can find some $50 yard sale speakers.
Do you have any $50 yard sale speakers in the back here?
I got 4 or 5 pairs.
Hey-o.
You know.
All right, let's try and sell those speakers. Let's get to that link up for those speakers, the $50 speakers
come
here.
on
Let's
now.
get that link up.
But really, even just, and that's where, you know, the first question I ask is, how much space do you have? You know, if you're dealing with a dorm room or something very small, then you need bookshelf speakers, and that's what will give you the best sound without pissing off your neighbors.
Right.
But at the same time, if you have more space, get bigger speakers.
Yeah.
The more air it moves, the more it's going to feel like they're sitting right there in the room with you.
Man,
And there's no substitute for that.
You're right.
There is no substitute. You go see any live show, they're pushing a ton of watts and a ton of speakers because they know it too. There's no substitute.
Man, I haven't heard any music, let alone my vinyl, than how it sounded earlier today.
And it really did sound.
Seriously.
Cheers.
And he gave big props to Studio for Vinyl, by the way. Let's
really
do a
did
shout
sound
out for Studio for Vinyl because you gave props to the cutters and the mastering on that.
For
and
sure.
So,
Not only the cutting and the mastering, but the packaging was great.
that's
the
Lauren Peckham,
vinyl.
LP, yeah.
The record
Simply
was
Arts.
not warped at all, which is tough these days.
It's thicker. They use a slightly thicker.
Yep.
On you know.
And when shipping and figuring things out,
I didn't have them
can
ship
be
it.
tough to get it the way.
I picked it up.
Oh well, that's even
Whenever you
better.
can pick up your vinyl, if you're gonna make it,
Always
I
go-
picked it up and put it in the car, and I was like, I'm done.
Always go brick to mortar if you can do it.
Yes.
Brick and mortar if you can do it, because they.
What would
will-
brick
it's-
to mortar be?
You caught me.
No, I'm just curious. He thought I didn't hear it. He thought I didn't hear it. But what would
Oh,
that
Peter's
be?
talking.
A brick to mortar. Brick to mortar. Farm to table.
Farm to table,
Brick to mortar.
But
Brick to mortar. Brick to mortar. Check, check. 1, 2. Brick to mortar.
Well, and like we were also saying earlier, how important it is with today's vinyl community. Physical media is a very important part of the way we listen to music these days. And back in the day, it was different because with no internet, obviously no one was buying online or from big box stores or anything like that.
Right.
So when they wanted to get the new, at the time it was like the Boston or the Hall & Oates record.
Hall
Now
&
it's
Oates.
Taylor Swift or OAR or whoever.
Oh,
it is.
yeah.
Hey, they go out and they see, they see it at the box stores, but the brick and mortar stores are really the ones that, they need the support.
Yeah.
We put a lot of money into making sure that those records can be available for people in a hometown environment and not just on Amazon or on places where it's very convenient and easy. And that's where we try and bring more than just walk in, buy, and walk out experience.
Yeah, it's important for younger people too to be able to experience the feeling of going like a bookstore.
Absolutely.
Right? And going and friggin' perusing, but being in the environment where you're playing vinyl, there's music in the back, we're hearing stuff. People come in like, what is that? What is that? Oh, okay, can I get that record?
Yeah.
That's awesome, right? And then as the curator of the vinyl store too, you're sort of like able to influence listeners in some way, almost like a radio station, that are coming in.
That's a very fun part of the job.
So
is
interesting.
Not only what I bring in on my own, thinking what people are going to buy, but also bringing stuff in that I know that I can recommend to people.
It's incredible.
And that's where, I was so happy to buy a couple of your records. 'Cause
Hey!
and not just a plug, but
Appreciate
cheers.
it. I gave you a little
But
deal. I
really,
gave him a deal.
but
I gave him a break. I gave him a break off the top end.
It's a great record. I love the record. And
Thank
when people
you.
come in and if they say, I like this style of music, I'm going to be like, hey, have you heard this record?
What style of
You're
music
gonna
is
check
it?
it out.
Come on.
you
No,
can't-
because genres and me, but I'm curious. I'm curious.
and
You've
like-
heard all of them. You've heard all of
I
the
recommended
songs.
to you at first. I mean, I don't want to draw direct comparisons,
Just curious.
but Mike Doty and some of the soul coughing stuff was a little bit leaning towards that way.
Interesting.
But at the same way, that's more of just the sound of the record than it is what you're playing.
Got it.
The way
Got
you present it is almost everything. I mean, the way Led Zeppelin presented itself, even versus the way Greta Van Fleet presents itself,
Yes.
has a totally different, mindset.
Correct.
Of course, the music is similar.
There's
so
some
they have a
parallels,
similar
yes,
fan
or
base.
inspirations from, yes.
But the way it sounds and the way it comes across is totally different. Even though the music is very similar.
Yeah. Well, he played. He was playing Soul Coughing for me today, and I need to listen to more of that.
Yeah, well, and
I'm
you
serious.
turned me on to some great stuff too.
Geggy Ta. He never heard Geggy
That's
Ta
right.
before.
That's right.
But did you see the parallel?
Absolutely.
Musically, maybe not lyrically or whatever, but
Well, that's another thing great about music is everybody has something, their own experience to bring to the table.
Yeah.
And you can tell right off the bat when you meet somebody whether or not they're listening to what their friends are listening to or what they're interested in.
True.
Within 5 minutes of talking to them, you can tell that they're, and I don't mean it in a negative way,
yeah.
but somebody who's gone off on their own path versus what other, just whatever all their friends listen to or what,
Right.
where the party is.
Right.
Because that stands out to me right off the bat as a musician, as a record seller, as everything. It's you can see it a mile away. The passion,
I mean, it's all I'm good at. I'm not really good at anything else.
I mean, I'm good at different things within the music creative world, right? And
sure.
I do like talking to people. That harkens back to my waiting table days where I was definitely a social person. But I was all hopped up on caffeine and cherry Coke because that's all you do when you wait tables. You just like fountain drink. Fountain drink. Hey, how you doing? Hey, what's up? Yeah, you like my flair? Nice. TGI Fridays in the house right here.
You don't have enough flair. On
I
that
don't have
jacket
enough
there.
flair right now because I had to take off my necklace because it bangs into the thing, and the lighting's really nice right now, actually, I must say. So again, dude, thank you so much for
Cheers.
having me.
No,
and
thank you so much.
And everybody should come here tomorrow before the show. Obviously, that's coming to see OER and Fits in the Tantrums and DJ Logic and MikelParis on the Hazy Little stage at 5:30-ish. Ish, but there's plenty of time to come down here because, like, I could spend hours, and you could spend a whole. Okay, this one last question. So he took me downstairs too, and he's got this. It's not just this floor either. Let's just have a look here one more time of the room cam. The room cam. This is not. There's also a whole other floor downstairs, and you said you have how many records on this level?
There's probably about 3,000 to 3,500 records up here.
And then downstairs?
As far as backstock, there's probably another 8,000 to 10,000 records down there.
And then at home?
And then at home in my personal collection, it varies. I'm probably closer to 1,500 now than I realize. Yeah. I'm trying to cut back because I only have so much space, but
it's incredible.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, man. Again, thank you for having me.
Michael, thank you
Should I
so
play
much.
a couple more songs or like?
Please,
what? Okay.
please.
I'm gonna do one more round.
as you can.
Thank you so much, Dan. And so
Thank you,
so how can the people find this place online and everything?
Yeah. So NH Vintage Vinyl, New Hampshire, but nhvintagevinyl.com. All of our Instagram, Facebook, all of that is just NH Vintage Vinyl.
Let's
So
put that link in the chat. Let's put that link in the chat. Chack. There it is. Alex already put it in there for us. Nice.
Hey, thank you, Alex.
Yeah, so come on down tomorrow or come down in the next, what's going on? What time is it?
Yeah, so
It's 8:32. We'll be here for another 15, 20 minutes at least, right?
Yeah, if you're local, stop by.
Stop
If
by.
Not, we'll see you at OAR tomorrow night at the little hazy stage, right?
Wait, two last names. So online you are Dan.
Yeah, so online I'm Dan
Mac.
Yep.
But your birth name is?
Dan McLaughlin.
McLaughlin.
Yes.
McLaughlin. And my brother has a good friend. His last name is McLaughlin also. You have relatives in Connecticut by any chance?
Probably.
Fellow New Englanders here.
That's right.
Canutian. What do you call people from New Hampshire?
New Hampshireites. What do we got?
I don't know. Is there
New Hampshire.
New Hampshireites?
Yeah.
So Canutians, New Hampshireites. This.
The granite status.
Granite status. Yeah.
Nice, thanks,
New
man.
Hampshire for damn sure.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
So just you can turn that off as you're walking
Cheers.
out, and then yeah, it's good. That's
Thanks,
applause
guys.
for Dan, man.
Pleasure to meet you guys.
Kidding me? Great job. So Dan's gonna leave his mic on as he goes to the bathroom, and let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with that. No, it's not happening. Cheers, everybody. So good to see you. So check it. I mean, upcoming. So we talked about upcoming shows. We talked about. That's it. I'm so overwhelmed with just being here. I don't have anything else to say other than I want to play some more songs for you guys. A couple more songs, and then we're gonna hang out tomorrow. Cheers, 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 cheers. New Hampshireonians, Brother Dan says. Interesting. New Hampshireonians. Well, Dan, what do we call ourselves? Are we Canutians? Or Connecticutans?
Yanks?
From Connecticut. Specifically from Connecticut.
All New England's are Yankees, though. I don't know about Connecticut.
Yeah, but don't tell my brother about that because he's a Red Sox fan. No, but I'm saying, but Yankees makes you feel like then you support the Yankees.
Well,
Just to spite my brother Dan, I went with the Yankees. He went with the Red Sox because we had to choose in Connecticut. We had to choose. We had the Hartford Whalers for like a short little period in our childhood, and then they were gone.
Pawtucket Red Sox.
The Pawtucket Red Sox. Oh, we do have the Huskies. If you want to talk about college, right? We have, which is incredible. But as far as professional sports, we had nothing.
Nothing. But I mean, just really, with the moment you cross the Mason-Dixon line, if you're from up here, you're a Yankee.
Okay.
That was what I experienced anyway.
All right. Fair enough.
Damn.
Damn Yankees. Their damn Yankee ingenuity. All right, let's play a couple more songs, and then we're gonna call it a night here, and we're go back into the alley for a couple of minutes. Oh, what? Thanks for letting me use this chair, by the way. So
Finest chair I got.
it's got nice back support. It's got really nice back support. So I kind of want to do this one, you know, because I was sound checking this earlier. So I've got a new series of songs coming out. So Every Time You Go Away is going to come out September 13th. I've got an amazing. I've gotten amazing. I'm really happy with how the recording came out. It's again, less is more, guitar, keys, vocals. And then starting late November, I'm going to release the first guitar drumming song from my upcoming guitar drumming project, 3 EPs, 6 or so songs a piece starting in February. If you're new to this and you don't understand what I'm talking about when I say guitar drumming, so I did the show Stomp for many years, and my friend Todd Madar, who I almost saw in Boston the other night, and I didn't see him. We used to hang out in our apartment in Hartford when we had it for a very brief period of time. And he had a Yamaha, and we would hang out late, and we had devil sticks, and I was drumming on his guitar, literally drumming on it as he was doing chords. I was like, this is freaking awesome. And then years later, I got into the show Stomp, and they kind of reminded me and gave me the courage, I guess, or the confidence maybe, to think back to that sound that I was working on. But how can I do it by myself? Do you like to do it by yourself? I do. When it comes to playing guitar, I don't want to have to partner up with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Some things I'm fine partnering up with. But guitar playing, I felt like I should be able to figure out how to do this by myself. And the Stomp guys really gave me that oomph to pursue something different and unique. Like they were on the streets of Brighton, you know, with trash cans in 1990, you know, figuring this stuff out, and people were like, that's not music, but yeah, it turned into being, you know, a global thing. And so I wanted to look at the guitar and have them inspire me to, like, how can I do all the things I love to do and look at it differently? I'm a keyboard player, rhythmic percussion. Hey, keep it down out there. What's wrong with you? Hence guitar drumming. And so I have all these songs that I need to get out. I just need to get them out. And it's going to happen. So the next year and a half is going to be kind of prolific as far as that's concerned. And I'm excited. So this is one of the first guitar drumming songs I would say that I kind of fleshed out and finished. I was on tour with Pink. I played keyboards with Pink for a little bit. And we were in Australia, and I remember just being in my hotel room by myself, thinking how far away I was. I was eating my breakfast by myself every day. Not that no one wanted to eat breakfast with me, but we all have our different rhythms, right? The timing of when we like. Breakfast for me is like an afternoon. I'm breaking the fast of sleeping. It just takes place in the afternoon generally. And this rhythm came to me, and I had a guitar that I actually played guitar on one song with Pink. It was crazy. As in truest Audion fashion, we shall finish our beverage. So let's cheers, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Cheers, you guys. Or at least close to it. This song's called Out Here. Thank you guys so much for hanging and chilling. Thanks again for New Hampshire Vintage Vinyl for having me. And I'm so psyched to hang out for the rest of this night and tomorrow in Guilford. Where's that amazing place where I had that rap from, Dan? Trillium. Tomorrow, for those of you coming to the show tomorrow and you're here in the area, Trillium that's farm to table. That's what we were talking about. Yeah. Wow, and I'm sorry, you can tell the difference. You really can tell the difference. This song's called Out Here. I hope you like it. It goes something very similar to a version that I've maybe played once or twice before, but never here.
a different kind of groove seeps into my skin, a different kind of mood than the one I'm in. One more minute, hour, day too long. I just wanna hold you in my mind, find things to occupy my time. Don't you wanna peek into my room? Open up the door out here. I ate my breakfast all alone. Your picture satisfies my soul. I see your face in every place that I go. Know you know check it. A different kind of love seeps into my life. Yes, it does. Check it out now. I am not joking. I left that person in the woods. One more minute, hour, day too long. I just wanna hold you in my mind, find the things to occupy my time. Yes, I do. Don't you wanna peek into my room? Open up the door out here. I ate my breakfast all alone. Your picture satisfies my soul. I see your face in every place that I go. Know you know out here. I ate my breakfast all alone. Your picture satisfies my soul. See your face in every place that I go. Know you know out here. Out here. Forgiveness in the house that we shared. Place has been emptied of whatever was there. Clouds and eclipses, moonbeams in the sun, yeah. History reeks, yes it does, the wrongs we have done. Hey! After today, consider me. After today, consider me gone, gone, gone. Consider me gone. Roses of thorn, shiny waters and muck, the kinds old has told me in the evenings, but alright. Look for perfection, it's all very well, but to look for heaven is living in hell, yes it is now. After today, consider me. After today, consider me. After today, consider me. After today, consider me gone, gone, gone. Consider me gone. Consider me gone. Consider me, yeah. Consider me, yeah. Consider me gone, 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 gone. Here we go. Oh. Consider me. Consider me. Consider me. Consider me. Yeah. Consider me. Consider me.